Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, so I did a web search. You guys came up. I'm looking at purchasing a Yale. You guys identified as a Yale PD526 Padlock.
Okay.
We use a TA keyway. Is that something you have available?
Yeah, you can order
6-pin
keyway.
with a 6-pin system. And then
Sure.
can you also order it already keyed?
Yes, all of that.
Okay, how do I identify that to you on your website?
Like you want to place an order and have it all happen in that way?
Yeah.
You can't currently. I mean, is this something that you want to order? Because I can make it so that it will work.
Could you, well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for an alternative source to get padlocks and core or keyways for our plant. Our local locksmiths are going out of business around here, and so I'm trying to find other sources to get the stuff that we need. So I want to buy one of these padlocks as an example to see if it's coming in like we want, you know?
Sure.
So how will you go about doing it? I'd like to make this purchase. What do you need?
So what we have to find out is, what I'd like to know first is what is the lead time from the factory. Now, are you going to give me a bidding or?
No, I'd make a credit card order.
No.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll give you a bidding number.
Okay, and you're not concerned about your key being worn, et cetera?
No, not at all. We have a General Master key that we use for everything, and then, of course, the bidding is keyed for each individual key. So.
And what level key system will pass through this?
I don't know what that means.
You have change keys, master keys, grandmasters, great grandmasters. How many?
We have great grandmaster keys is our highest.
All right, so
it's a theoretical master.
Nice. Are you a locksmith?
No, I'm not, but I've managed to acquire all the information from our local locksmith before they've gone out of business. So I have here in front of me my my master copy of all our locks and the biddings and everything.
Your bidding list. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Obviously, under lock and key, that information. So let's take a look and see if I can pull this quickly. PD526. Okay. So you've got the. Okay. Now, will we be pinning it to a level 3? So you'd give me 3 biddings?
I'm going to give you all 6.
Why would there be 6?
Well, because I'll ask for an individual key for it.
That's 1.
Say again?
So I don't make a living as a locksmith, but I'm somewhat involved in the industry. So, so a level 3 system, I would expect that you would give us 3 biddings: the grandmaster, the master, and then the change key. But you would give me all 6? What would be all 6? How do you define all 6?
I'm sorry. I meant bidding numbers.
Oh, so you okay, all 6 chambers. Okay, cool. So how many copies of the new key that we would generate that you would
2.
tell me? 2, okay. And you don't need a copy of the master or the grandmaster?
No, I have those.
May I ask you a question? How do you know how to generate future biddings?
I have a list that's, I don't know, 36 pages of every single one.
But those are both used and then for future expansion? Yes. Awesome. That's cool. I am very happy that you've called because I enjoy conversation at a level where we're, it gets boring selling hinges. Okay, so that's going to be easy. Now, what is the cost of the key? Let's check. Okay. Okay.
CBD.
I happen to be studying right now for my certified professional locksmith credential with Aloha, and it's awesome. It's a very fascinating, we're talking 19th century technology, but, in 2020, we use it every day. So
yep.
that PD526 is $149.76. That would be that would be combinated to your level 3 system and would include 2 operating keys, and you would need to tell me all 3 biddings.
Yep, I have them. I have the bidding, the bottom, and the master.
The bidding?
The bottom and the master.
Okay, so you'll have something that. So is there an associated standard key coding system designation to the key that you're about to give me? The bidding?
Yeah, there'll be a key ID number to it as well. I'll ask for you to stamp it on the key. Okay, the key ID number I need stamped on the key is CBD6.
And what is that key?
The name of it?
Well, is that your change key, or is that a higher level key?
No, this would be my individual key for the padlock itself.
Okay, so your change key, and I don't know what the stamping cost adds to it, but I'll figure that out.
Okay.
So you want it stamped CBD Charlie Bravo Delta 6, and what is the
Correct.
bidding for that?
Okay, the bidding is 458,549.
458,549. Okay, and what is your master key?
The master would be, for this one, would be 246224.
24622. Okay, I like that. 246224. And what's your GMK?
The actual GMK key, or what they call the bottom? Because each key is identified with 3 different bidding numbers. The bidding, the bottom, and the master. My GMK key is actually identified with its own bidding code of 612325, and that will open up everything.
And do you want that GMK to pass this padlock?
Yes.
Okay, 612325, 612325.
That's what it is.
This is not, bear with me. I have to look up the depth and spacing data for Yale. I don't remember if it's single step or 2-step. HPC. Depth and spacing by Yale. Yale is a 2-step system, and that's fancy talk for you have a violation in your biddings that you've just given me, meaning your 4th chamber cannot have a 2 in the master bidding and a 3 in the grandmaster. There is no such thing as a number 1 master pin. So
3 and a 2.
I'm curious as to how that is working there, short of dropping the chamber, meaning there's no pin in that chamber. Oh, and then you got a problem in the 6th chamber as well. You can't be 1 digit apart because it's a 2-step system, meaning you have to be 2 away vertically from every other cut. So if I were to send that bidding to the manufacturer, they're going to say, "Rich, what do you want to do here? We can't pin those chambers to the MK and GMK."
All right, so let me ask you this: we have a what they call a CGMK, which I think it's a CGMK. They call it theoretical master. Yeah.
TMK.
and its bidding is 612325.
Right.
And it opens up a padlock we currently have right now, and it has a bidding of 458501. Then it has what they call a bottom of 412301, and then it has a master of 246224. And I know that works.
46224. Well, there is a violation there in the last two biddings you gave me in the fourth chamber, the 3 and the 2. So it can work if you were to drop the chamber, meaning there are no physical pins in that chamber. But in a Yale standard system, a Yale two-step system,
I don't know. According to this, it's a Yale 6-pin, size 0 to 9, with a theoretic pin key or bidding number of 612325, pinned theoretically.
Yeah. So the 0 to 9 is exactly the important data here. That tells us it's a two-step system, meaning the increment between a 0 and a 1 and a 1 and a 2 is 150 thousandths of an inch. There are no master pins that are 150 thousandths. So therefore, it has to be a two-step system where you can have 30 thousandths of an inch thickness pin. So that would mean every cut in every chamber has to be at least 2 away from the other key. And you've got 3 instances where that's not the case. So I would shrug my shoulders and say, ow.
Unless they must have been leaving them out. That's got to be the only. Well, because I can tell you right now, we have padlocks that this works on already.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, if you were to drop those chambers, they will work. Which means any key that has any cut in that chamber, any cut is going to work because there's no tumblers in there. So my problem is, the factory's going to flag that and say, "What do you want to do here?" The problem.
Can you sell it to me with a? Can you sell it to me with a 0-bit then?
I can. I can most certainly send it to you obitted.
So then I still got to take it to a locksmith.
That's where that was headed. Now we could do the locksmithing service here, but I can't tell Yale Lock Services to drop a chamber. they're not going to do that. I can do the locksmithing service here, but I'm going to need. Well, I don't actually need your keys, but I would originate them on a code machine, and the chance of me being 3 thousandths of an inch off is real, which means you could get them with the keys that I cut to your codes, and if it's off 3 thousandths, the keys won't work. Your keys wouldn't work. The way to solve that, obviously, is for me to temporarily have a copy of each, pin them to the actual keys, drop any chambers necessary, then ship it all back to you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have this. I wouldn't have the individual key though. The only key I would have would be the master key.
Right, we would.
The Grandmaster.
Because that's a new key, we could originate that on the machine. But when I go to originate your higher level keys, I'm going to pin it, there's when you pin a cylinder and you don't have the original key, there's always a chance that something's not going to work. But I could. Well, you know what I could do? I could also just have the factory cut them because they will be utterly perfect. And then the combinating can be done. So I could order it obitted. I could order from them 2 copies of the cut change key, a copy of the bidding that you've given me for each of the 2 higher level keys, and then when it shows up here, I can pin the stuff and drop the chambers as needed. Okay, sounds good to me. Yeah, that would be the way to solve it. The issue is there's something wrong with the bidding list. But doesn't matter at this point. Although understanding the fact that anything in that 4th chamber You know what would be really cool is to take apart a lock, the lock you just said, to take that apart and look and see how it's pinned.
Try this one. So this is another padlock that we have. I know it works. So the bidding number on this one is 234963. And then the master is 422642. And again, the grandmaster is 612325.
Yeah, there's total violation in the second chamber and the sixth.
So that must be what they're doing.
No, I'm sorry. The second chamber and the sixth chamber have violations in it because the 1 to the 2 and the 2 to the 3 in that second chamber, those increments are too close. There are no master pins to make those work. They don't exist. And in the sixth chamber, that 2 and then the 3 cut in the sixth chamber is the problem. Got to be at least 2 numbers away in a 2-step system. Yeah, I mean, ideally you want to, if the theory is correct and that's how it's being pinned, you'd like to have that cleaned up. But when you're already working in an actual environment, I don't see any way there's no way to change anything. What would be nice is to have that padlock you just gave me, and I took it apart and looked at chamber 2 and 6 and saw what they were doing there to confirm that there were no pins. But other than that, the way to make this new padlock work is to do what I said, or have them cut the keys so that they're factory. When you put a caliper on it, it's perfect. Because the way that we originate a key is with a code machine. But the problem is the code machine, the Blitz machine, you're dealing with a small amount of the ability for it to creep in. You've got keys that exist that are used, and the way to do it is to have the factory cut it on their proper original machinery, and that would be no problem to do. I don't know what the cost is for them cutting an extra key. It's not very much, obviously. Stamp, and then cut. And what could happen is, I send you back that grandmaster and that master key, or I put them on I put them in our system. Where all of the other key systems are stored and kept, so that in the future I have that key. You say, okay, yeah, make it to the grandmaster, make it to the master, new operating keys. You have to have someone in your corner when it comes to doing the locksmithing services. That can be us, and it could be, of course, everybody else that exists, as long as it works for you.
I wonder if I might need to find somebody locally then. So it sounds like the best bet here for me to do is to purchase this padlock from you guys with the 0-bit, and then take the actual padlock and a current padlock to a locksmith with my
bidding list.
What the hell bidding thing, and say I need this padlock to be this key, and then give it to him. That sound about right?
It does, and I would be very curious to be a fly on the wall when you give him those numbers. He should look at you and say, well, that's not going to work. So I'd be very curious. I think the answer is yes, to do that.
Okay.
And the reason to do it with someone local is I'm in southern Florida, and we do locksmithing all the time, every day.
Yeah.
It's just you can't drive to where I am. I know exactly where you are. Go Hawkeyes. Okay, so I'll just order it O-bitted for you then.
Yeah, just order with what they call a 0-bit then, and it's a TA keyway, right?
Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah. So we're gonna do TA keyway. It's gonna be O-bitted. O means 0.
Yep.
I just happen to for some reason call it O-bitted. TA keyway O-bitted. 2 blanks, and they have to be 6-pin. 2 6-pin blanks. Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
No. This is experimental here. We're giving her a shot.
Oh yeah. No, it's going to
how
work.
We're going to do
push
this.
Comes to shove. Push comes to shove. I can help further. What is the email address to send the paperwork to?
Davis.J dot T as in Troy, A as in Apple, at PG.com.
You didn't react when I said, go Hawkeyes. Are you an Iowa State fan?
I got 3
I know there's a rivalry.
I got 3 kids. Each one went to a different university, so.
There you go.
One went to Iowa State, one went to university, and one went to Northern Iowa, so.
Ah, cool.
It's a multicolored house in my place.
It is. There's no doubt. I have a lot of family in that part of the world, going back to the 19th century as farmers and whatnot, and they've spread out all over the place. So, okay, what is
the only thing consistent is yellow. Oh, yeah.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program.